Hey friends, it's Lauren Taylor. Thanks for joining me in my craft room today. Today is day number 8 of the Simon Says Stamp Wintermas Wonder Box. This is a replay of my Facebook Live, opening the box and creating something with what I open. Again, it is a live replay, so I know the quality isn't the best, but I appreciate you being here and watching today's video while I open day number 8 and create some gift tags, which seems to be the main theme of everything that I'm making in this box, but I hope you enjoy today's inspiration. I am back with another Simon Says Stamp Wintermas Wonder Box live unboxing and doing my best to create something with the supply or item that's inside the box. I'm going to repeat whatever I have open so far. I feel like it's kind of like the 12 days of Christmas. What did I get on each day? And then when you start the next day, you repeat everything so far. So I have the Winter Wonderland stamp set, this snowy tree layered stencil set, our silver pigment ink pad, the cozy winter border die. I also got this snowflake block stamp, this cute little Simon Says Stamp snowflake charm, and the Wintermas embellishment mix that has silver flatback confetti and little white snowflakes. The bag was ripped when I pulled it out, so it's in this not as cute bag so they don't all fall out everywhere. And we're on our last 5 days, so finally on this side of the box. So let's see what we get for number 8. Ooh, so how cute. It looks like a little person. We have some twine, so I could have been using this for all of my tags, but that's okay. It's a white and silver spool of twine. I love how cute this little wooden spool is. And some round black tags. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little tags. So I bet you can guess with one guess what we're going to be making today. We're going to make more tags. So let's see what images will fit. We could definitely do like the whole block on one tag, similar to how I stamped my sweater little ornament tag here. We could die cut a scene and glue it on. That would be really cute. We could stencil on maybe some snow or the trees if you use maybe distress oxides so the ink will sit on top of the paper. But I think we're going to do a snowman and will he fit? I think he'll fit, yeah. And some snowflakes, and then we'll do to and from on the other side. So let's do 2 tags, and I'm going to save these. So I'll put them back in my little envelope. And let's do, I'm not gonna use the snowflake block today, so I'm gonna set these aside. Okay, so we'll get our Misty. And I like that it's black, so then we can use our silver ink to stamp. So let's do the Warm Winter Wishes snowman. Yeah, he'll fit like perfectly underneath the whole of the tag, which is nice. And I'm just going to ink him up with the silver pigment ink.
And even though I'm using my Misty, this ink has been really nice about not really needing to be stamped twice, but I like having that option by using a Misty, and I'm using my pressure tool to make sure I get a nice impression. Oops, dip it right into the ink, and it turned out perfectly. So cute. Let's do some snowflakes. Let me grab a little block. And I'm gonna do the smaller snowflake. And we'll just stamp a couple. Let me get a post-it note. I stamped so much on this little black pad. It's kind of sad how much ink is probably in the little mouse pad part of the Misty. So I'm just gonna stamp snowflakes around. Do my best not to do any smearing. Do one more, just a little bit there. So cute. And then I am going to let that dry for a minute, and we'll stamp to and from on the other side. So I will say, because these are black, that you should probably have a white gel pen to write who your gift is for, because it's black and it will be a lot harder to read. Clean my little stamp off. Okay, and then for the second one, let's try, I think it would be cute to die cut the little house. Oops, I should probably clean this snowflake too. Okay, for this one I thought I would try to stencil on the snow, kind of like how I did in an earlier video. It didn't really turn out on the blue. I think it was blue that I tried to do it on. So I'm going to do this upside down. Use my magnet to hold it in place, and then let me get a pouncer. I think this is the one I used before. I think this might be white. Never mind. Where did I put it? Here it is. So this is just like, it's not really a pouncer. Those are actually called pouncers. This is a dome foam applicator, but I am going to pick up the ink and kind of like pounce it and twist into my, or through the stencil. So it's like a makeshift pouncer. Try to get some of this pretty ink through the stencil to give it a snowy look. So again, I just press in and kind of twist to try and get that color to stick to the paper through the holes in the stencil. Let's see how I did. Wasn't too bad. You can see it. It's not as vibrant as if I were to stamp it, but that's okay. I like it. So I'll wash that. And then this is done. So I think I'll die cut this out of, maybe we'll trim off, we won't do the tree, it will just be up to the snowman. Maybe in some whites. cardstock. I have this scrap that I've been using for something else. So I'm just going to run this through my die cut machine. This is my Sizzix Big Shot switch, so it will be a little loud. Okay. Let me just clean my desk real quick. Sorry to shake it. Need to get my Mr. Clean Eraser and really scrub my glass board. Okay, so this one, I wonder if I won't have any trees, if I should just do the snowman in the house. It's kind of sad though with no trees. Maybe I'll do it like that. I think that looks kind of cute. I like the snowman. Unless I just bring it up and we let it be black on the bottom. That looks fine. Okay, so I'm going to use a piece of mint tape to just try to hold this in place. And I'm going to flip it around and use a pencil to mark where I need to cut it. Because this is not a straight line, it's a curved line, so cutting it after I glue it down. Oh, I was going to pop it up, but maybe I won't pop it up. Maybe I'll just glue it down, and that will be overall easier in general. And it will be just for a tag that may end up getting tossed. So let's be simple on ourselves and just glue it. So I guess it was nice having where to stop gluing. So I'm just adding glue. I know it goes up to the snowman. I don't have the trees on it, so I'm not going to glue the trees. And then I'm probably going to get glue on my board, my glass board, but that's okay. So let's put it there. Just pressing down. Hopefully I didn't put too much glue that it just like seeps everywhere, but I think that did a pretty good job. And I'm going to grab my scissors and I'll trim around the edge here. I'm just going to trim these trees off real quick because I can't see. And then trim around the other edge. There. I feel like it looks a little funky, but it's the road. That's why it's black there. So now we have two tags. Let's flip them over and we'll stamp to and from on the other side. So let me have my stamp again. So for this one, I think we'll use the scripty ones. Let me get a bigger block this time. And I'll use my magnet to help me hold this in place. And I'm going to do to and from. I think that will look good. We'll ink it up with our silver ink. And I'm not using my Misty this time, so hopefully I could do a good job in one try. Let's squished it a little bit, but I think it looks good. So there's to and from on our house with our very faint silver snow. And this one should be pretty dry now, so flip it over and ink these. I was going to switch the stamps, but I like the scripty ones. And do the same thing. Try not to squish it this time too much. That was pretty good. So now we have the to from on the back of our Warm Winter Wishes tag. Okay, I'll clean that off after. So now we have the twine. Got to figure out where it starts. I feel like these little pieces of tinsel are a good clue. There we go. And I like doing slip knots for my tags so that way I can tie them later onto a bag. So there's one. And we'll cut another piece. So I'm sure you know what a slip knot is, but just in case, you fold it in half. You put the loop through the hole, and then you open up the loop on the other side and string your ends through it and pull. So there we have our second tag with this pretty twine. And then I thought it would be fun to add sequins because shiny things are fun. So let me get one of my trays here. And I'm just going to do the silver ones. So I'm pouring a few out. And I just noticed that there's like blue silvery ones in here. I thought they were all silver, but there's like bluishy silvery ones and then silver silvery ones. White? I don't know what that would be. I'm gonna try to add the bluishy ones as best as I can. So let me get my chair, my jewel picker, and my glue. And using the wax end of this jewel picker, and I'm gonna try and pick up like 3 because I like things in sets of 3 or odd numbers, and since these little tags are little, 3 I think would be good. So I did the bluishy ones here. I think I might do the silverishy silver ones here. I hope you like my terminology. One more. There we go. Okay. Let's glue them down now. So once I have them placed down, I just use my jewel picker to pick them back up, add some adhesive, and then stick them right back down. If you don't have one of these tools, they're the best. This one was a gift from my mom, so I use it often. But I have a very similar one from, this calls for confetti. And it has like a poker tool on one side and a wax tip on the other. I also have one from Trinity Stamps that's amazing. So definitely, I think they're on my basic supply list. If you need a link to that, you can find it on my blog, but just leave me a comment and I will send you a link to my list of all my basic supplies. But here are our 2 tags. So we have Warm Winter Wishes, lots of just stamping, cute little sequins to and from on the back. And then we have our little winter scene with some snow and sequins and to and from on the back with our pretty twine. Again, I'm leaving it Although it is unwinding, maybe I should just loosely tie it. I like to leave my tags untied at the top so that way I could tie it around a bag or ribbon if I'm putting ribbon on a gift later on. But since this twine is unraveling, I'm just going to loosely knot it. There are my 2 tags. Thanks for watching for day number 8, and I'll see you again tomorrow for day number 9. Bye!
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll click like, and if you're new here, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. As always, you can find everything I use down below in the description box. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye!